My relationship with food has been really hard growing up. As a kid, I was pretty poor. So my grandma used to take me and my sister to the soup kitchens and the missions to get our clothes and to eat 3 meals a day because we didn't really have it very well. So that's why it's just like really inspirational meeting you, because I'm like, this is kind of personal. And I have a book coming out in April. It's called Pack Light. Disney's publishing it. For me, knowing what it's like to like not have food, and even as an adult, I like eat very fast because I'm so used to like not having food.
People are struggling. 1 in 7 working Iowa households is not making enough money to cover their basic needs. 40% of our kids in Iowa are taking advantage of free and reduced breakfast and lunch. Right here in the Des Moines area, that percentage is 75% of our kids get free breakfast and lunch because of their income situation.
So often we find a stigma associated with seeking assistance for securing food for your family. And that's not what America is all about.
But the conversation of food insecurity is evolving into even a bigger one, because the issue that we're trying to solve is a symptom of a much larger problem: poverty.
Ultimately, it comes down to people choosing to support the things that we're doing and putting their resources behind it so that we can help our neighbors succeed.
Not have been able to do that without the outpouring of support, of financial gifts and gifts of time. Our community makes our work possible.
John has been with us for years and years and years. Tom is here almost every day. Dave, I see him several times a week. So we have some amazing dedicated volunteers, and that's an area that's growing, but we need it to grow even more.
We have an enormous group of volunteers. They are people from all walks of life. When they come here, they work very hard. They work very well with each other. You don't hear anybody fussing or carrying on or giving me any grief. They come in, they know what their job is. They do it. When they find their job is finished, they help another person.
We added up all the totals of how much food that we pushed out of here in 5 years in regards to all the pantries that we do, all of the pop-up events that serviced a lot of people, all of our mobile pantry trucks which go out every week in all the various regions, and everything that we ship to our other satellite locations. And it was just over 11 million pounds of food total, which is, I think, somewhere in the range of 9 million meals.
Our 3 main ways to get food are, number 1, the largest percentage is by far donated, whether that's a retailer or manufacturer. Secondly, we receive obviously government food on a monthly basis. During the pandemic, that was a savior to us. And the third thing is, as an organization, we purchase food ourselves. So when donated food and government food don't meet the need, we go out and purchase through food vendors to kind of fill that need or fill the cracks that aren't there.
I buy as much as I can close by. I buy 1,200 pounds of potatoes every year from one farmer. I buy 36,000 ears of corn from another farmer. I buy beef, a side of beef at least 3 times, if not 4 times a year, from a butcher from Carroll County, Maryland.
As we look at all the food insecurity coupled with all the food abundance and trying to merge the two together, I think Feeding America really can play a key role in merging those two together to everyone's benefit.
None of our work happens successfully if there aren't people who care enough to get involved. They might walk across the country to raise awareness. They might volunteer for an afternoon in the Hunger Solutions Center. They might sign up to lead a class, or they might make a donation of food or finances, or lend their expertise on a board. You have to care.
The farm crisis, John Deere, is located here, started laying a whole lot of people off, and a lot of people in the community thought, well, we'll have to start a food pantry because there is this need. And so began what was called the Cedar Valley Food Bank.
So if somebody's showing up needing food assistance, there's something else that's driving that. Is it a medical issue? Is it a housing issue? Is it a transportation issue? Is it an employment issue?
Food insecurity
Not having the resources to put dinner on the table for your family is born out of poverty.
The people who are seeking food assistance, the numbers are growing because of the cost of everything, from food to housing, everything. Everything has gone up.
Income inequity in the country today is at record highs.
We can't be the answer, and we can't be the owner of the table when it comes to discussing poverty, but we need to be at the table and be more collaborative in those spaces.
So until we fix this poverty problem that America has, people will continue to need food assistance.
Donations seem to be back fairly strong. Government support continues to be very good. Not as good as it was during the pandemic, but very good. And then we still continue, to purchase ourselves. So, yeah, that's the life cycle of food, I guess, in the food banking industry.
Each and every American in Iowa and Iowan should be able to go to the grocery store and buy what they need to feed their family each and every day.
I want to thank everybody and anybody who cares enough to take that small act and get involved.
Food insecurity and poverty go hand in hand. Until we fix poverty, people will continue to struggle to have enough money to cover the cost of basic needs, of course, of which food is a very big and important basic need.
In our territory, 20 counties in 3 states, there are 275,000 of our neighbors that don't know where their next meal is coming from. 90,000 of those are kids. Because of the awareness that's brought about, this walk is making a difference. Because we don't have to be cowered in the shadows anymore. We need to bring it out into the light and let people know that there are hungry families in our community, and you can make a difference one step at a time.